Hello guys, my name's Lucas again, and welcome back to Trails of Cold Steel 3. In the last episode, we took back the Juno Naval Fortress, and after that, ended Chapter 3, and now we're ready to start Chapter 4. So here we go.
We are now over the western part of the Isengard mountain range. Estimated arrival in Heimdallr is 1410.
Maintain current course and speed. Once we reach Ulster, adjust course to run parallel to the railroad.
Aye, aye, Captain.
You have my thanks, Your Grace. Your assistance this past week has been invaluable.
Think nothing of it. This is the Crimson Wing's job, after all. I've no doubt your first bout of field exercises in Northumbria saw you even busier than I. It is I who should be thanking you for your hard work.
To be honest, I'm having a difficult time deciding how to proceed as a teacher.
Perhaps that is a sign of General Craig's influence. I would advise you to follow your own convictions for the time being. That way, you may...
Ah, instructor. There you are.
Cedric, hey. How you doing?
Cadet Arner.
Greetings, my lord.
Seeing it up close, the Courageous is truly amazing. And though it was barely used during the Civil War, its main cannon is certainly impressive as well. Perhaps we should consider deploying a number of cruisers to match our fleet of battleships.
Cadet.
It is true that during an emergency, such power may prove beneficial. Learning when to use one's power and when to refrain is an important lesson. If that is the lesson your field exercises have taught you, then I'd say it is safe to declare them a success.
Yes, of course. My thanks, Captain Arcade. I look forward to seeing you again. I wish you luck patrolling the summer festival alongside my older brother.
It's best called the Ghostbusters. I'm joking, of course.
Damn it! How many times have they slipped away like that now? There's no end to it!
We need help from the Intelligence Division or the RMP.
Ooh, yeah.
Man, be nice if all we had to deal with are those half-wits. But we can't afford to let our guard down. Spread out and lay low until the appointed time. Be sure you've got your ramdas ready to use.
Roger. Recommencing mission. Red flowers?
It was wise to leave.
I don't think so. There's no end to them.
Vita.
The eyes which served as the vessel for the bringer of miracles. But when the flame consumed the mirage, the fairy tale became that of the Empire. So as a professional, how do you intend to intervene?
Oh, was I that obvious? To be perfectly honest, I'm having a bit of trouble finding a lead. I was hoping we could work together as friends and colleagues and have ourselves a little information exchange. I could even help you bury the hatchet with the elder of your clan, perhaps?
That's right. You have an agreement with her, don't you? Well, I'll consider your offer. However, I ask that you play nice from now on, Mr. Former History Instructor. Or should I say, Second Dominion Thomas Lysander the Partitioner.
Chapter 4, Radiant Heimdallr. July 4th. Tuesday, July 4th. Fourth period Erebonian history. Up until now, we've covered an overview of the time period from the Great Collapse to the modern era. But starting this week, we'll be taking a more in-depth look at certain key individuals. We'll start with Drakel's Raise Arner, father of the Imperial Renaissance. 250 years ago, he brought the War of the Lions to a close, ushering us into the modern era. Though he was born as the third prince of Emperor Valius V, he was born out of wedlock and ended up abdicating his status and wandering the empire. He found himself at the edge of the empire, the Nord Highlands. There he was welcomed by the nomadic tribes and spent a few years with them. Meanwhile, the Empire's mainland had been plunged into a bloody civil war. Originally, he had no interest in the throne, but once he saw the toll the war was taking on his country, he decided to put an end to it. He started with only 17 followers. 16 Nord warriors who decided to join him and his confidant, the noble Roland. Half a year later, though, Prince Dreikels would have a fateful encounter in the southeast of the Empire, Lagram. The daughter of a count and leader of the Eisenritter, Leanne Sandlot, the hero otherwise known as the Lance Maiden.
I have a question. Was that person you and the other instructors fought the real Saint Leanne?
Yeah, I've been wondering the same thing. Okay, I think we're getting a little off topic. Saint Leanne is a legendary knight. There's no way it was actually her. But I heard the fight was intense. Well, instructor?
Without a doubt. She was tremendously strong, and that aura of hers certainly seemed real. But it's possible one of Ouroboros' members is just posing as her. Let's put that aside for now, though.
Interesting. Stingy.
Shut up, Pablo. By the way, 250 years ago today, on July 4th, the War of the Lions came to an end. Now keep in mind the test will cover the events from just before to just after the War of the Lions. So make sure to review that time period thoroughly. They write it all down. I hate to admit it, but he really is good at teaching. Well, to be fair, he himself was a student just last year. I heard his grades were pretty high too. He looks great in glasses too. Yeah, too bad they're fake. Homeroom. Anyway, our 4 days of midterms will begin tomorrow. General studies, military science, arts, information processing, combat technique. There will be a lot to cover, so good luck. Phew, you rattled those all off like it would be easy. No way all that is going to be easy. Yeah, nothing in life is easy. You may convince yourself it's easy, but once you look at it and actually do it, you'll start to see that it's not easy as you think. The only way you'll think it's easy is the only way you'll know it's easy is by understanding it. I suppose we'll simply have to trust in everything we've learned thus far. By the by, a little birdie told me the contents of our exams and the schedule will match that of the main campus. I wonder, will our grades be posted alongside theirs? That's right, both individual scores and class averages will be posted at both campuses. So it should be worth your time to study, wouldn't you agree? It's so blatant. So you're going to make us compete? No, it's your choice. You're not forced. And our little crown prince is gonna be handed first place on a silver platter, yeah? What about a golden? I could totally see that happening. No, that won't happen. In the past, Stories was split up into nobles and commoners, but grading has always been done fairly. The instructors I know at the main campus wouldn't let grades be tampered with like that. So at the very least, the exams will be a level playing field. If you say so. There will also be a little reward waiting for you guys once the exams are over. So you'll have a free day this weekend to look forward to, so give the exams your all. I'll be giving the exams for airborne history and combat technique. So please ask me anything you're confused about before tomorrow. All preparations for the exams have been completed. Grades will be posted alongside the main campus, but I don't expect there to be problems. Our curriculum should be in sync thanks to the OrbitalNet. It's great that we were able to work with the main campus instructors to come up with exam questions. All that's left is for the students themselves to show us what they've got. Jaeger Corps have been confirmed retreating from the Empire since last month's field exercises, and according to the intelligence agency, it would appear the society has withdrawn as well. I see. Well, if that's true, it's great news, but maybe we can stop being fully clinched all the time now. We cannot let our guards down completely, but for the time being, we could at least allow them to just be students. Take care not to disclose any information regarding exam questions, but feel free to clarify any questions the students have. Be a simple guiding hand in their studies. Looks like Big Bad Mr. Michael has really toned it down. Huh. He's always been very serious and responsible, but it seems like he's been thinking with the students in mind recently. Let's do our best to be as much help to the students as we can today. Right, we've still got some time before the school closes for the day. Well then, let's split up, gang. The exams will be held over the next 4 days, and then this Saturday is a free day. The location will be our next field exercises. The location for our next field exercises will be announced too, so it's going to be a busy few days. Looks like everyone's working together to brush up on their weak subjects. I guess I'll make my rounds to talk to any students who look like they're having a tough time. That aside, Ouroboros in the Black Workshop. I wonder if the principal and the professor know anything about them. Alright. Oh, Stricterine. You all studying for the test together? Yes, we're going over things subject by subject and teaching each other the ones that we know best. My specialty is the medical field. Leave survival skills to me. Sounds like you've got things, seems you've got things covered. Well, if that was everything on the exams, then yes, but we're having some trouble with history. Well, guess that's where I come in. Here, let me take a look. Yeah, thank you. I guess it never hurts to ask. Alright, next. Are you helping these two study, Toa? Yep, sure am. These two were both a little worried about questions on politics, not to mention all the recent changes in the political landscape. The dissolution of the House of Representatives and the House of Peers, the establishment of the Imperial Diet, and the establishment of the Imperial Diet, the Metropolis Plan. It all sounds like some foreign language. I feel your pain. If you have the time, would you mind helping us out, Reen? There's only so much I can cover on my own. Yeah, sure thing. Are you two studying the orbital technology? For now, yes. I'm going to teach Tita about military science, and she's teaching me about orbments. I see. Well, it doesn't sound like there's much I can help with here. Actually, regarding the usage of orbital AEDs, if you don't mind, could we get a brief overview? I had some questions about its use outside of just basic operation. Oh yeah, I was curious about that too. Well, that I could help with. Leave it to me. Yay, thank you. My thanks. Hey, Reen. Oh, hello, Randy. Are you teaching military studies? Well, yeah. Sandy was about to head out. Jeez, he's still got potential. Kids shouldn't give up so easily. I was planning on studying some more tonight. I just figured I should relax a bit first. He's lying. Randy, would it be alright if I helped too? We may need to get a little rough with Sandy. Sounds good. Why do things always... Creating clean water during a disaster. 1. Prepare a container, pick up bottle with cloth. 2. Pack charcoal, sand, and pebbles in that order. 3. Pour water from above and wait. This is like something they teach actual soldiers on the front lines. I'll need to make sure everyone memorizes this. Alright, next we do bonding events. Alright, Yuna first. Why is all this Empire history stuff so tricky for me? Probably because you don't know anything about it. Don't you get any of this, Leo? I can help you with crossbow stuff. I'm gonna say when it comes to stuff about the ocean, but anything else, I'm a lost case. I get that it's important to know history so you can learn from it, but do we really gotta memorize all these names and dates? I feel like my head's about to explode. Seems like they're cramming for their history exams. They look pretty focused. Maybe I can help them out a bit. Hey, Lunora. Sounds like you two might be having some trouble. Instructor Reen. Well, you're kinda at the root of all our problems right now. I guess that's one way to put it. As my way of apologizing, how about I help you study? For real? Oh man, that'd be great. This part we covered in class just recently. The War of the Lions began in 947. Can you name the 3 events that directly led to it? Let's see. The War of the Lions was a battle over succession. So the first reason was the death of Emperor Valius V. Yes, that's exactly right. The next is the assassination of Prince Manfred, right? He was supposed to be emperor, but isn't it just those 2 things? Well, to be fair, the third reason's a little tricky, but it's also the most direct cause of the war. All the remaining princes trying to claim the throne at once, which is one of the most stupid reasons to cause a war. But also the most reasonable too. Oh yeah, that's right. I get it. The first one to try to seize the throne was the 4th Prince Orthrus. Then it was 2 years after the war began that Prince Draculus raised an army to put an end to it. When you explain it in steps like that, it's easier to understand. Yeah, there's a lot to remember, but I feel like it's better organized in my head now. Glad to help. No matter how the question is actually written, as long as you understand the sequence of events, you should be able to answer. I hate to admit it, but he's actually reliable. Why don't you just appreciate him for what he is? I hope I was able to help you guys even a little. Oh, and while I'm here, let me go over the different battlefields with you. Is it alright if I join you guys? I'd like to try out a quick economics quiz on you two. I see. Sounds interesting. Sure thing, alright. Alright, let's start with you, Kurt. What is it called when the town as a whole is down, but one stock is high? One stock is high. I believe that's isolated gain. Good job. That's right. That's correct. Your turn, Wayne. What's it called when the market rises and falls drastically in a short time period? Violent waves? Violent, yes. Waves, no. Ooh, almost there, but not quite. The term is violent fluctuations, right? Exactly. I see. Next question. Either of you can answer this. Which is the term for financial gain generated through ownership of an asset? Did that answer stump even you, Kurt? I've narrowed it down to 2 candidates. Do you happen to know the answer, Wayne? I'm not completely sure, but a term did pop into my head. Is it capital gain? Capital gain is generated by selling assets such as stocks for more than you bought them for. Mixing these two up is a pretty common mistake. In that case, is it income gain perhaps? Exactly. That was a tough one, but you got it. No, it was simply process of elimination this time. Even so, good job, Kurt. Huh. We're both from Heimdallr, but you're so much better at this than me. Oh, you're from the capital too, Wayne? Yeah, though technically there was a short bit when I was elsewhere. But anyway, I'm thankful Kurt's here. I pale in comparison to you, whether it's studies or practical skills. But someday I'll definitely catch up to you. I'm flattered to hear you say that. However, I will continue to hone my skills as well. They've got quite the spirited relationship. Yeah, I don't feel like listening to music. Alright. I'm gonna skip Altina's as well. Oh, and sorry that you had to wait for a little bit. Sorry that you had to wait a little bit there, because I dozed off for a little bit there. After this video, I know I'm gonna be going to sleep. Ash, Stark, don't you need to study? What, you think we're just doing this for fun? Well, don't you think he wouldn't ask if he knew? We're actually using chess pieces to review military science. Oh, I see. This reminds me of when I was in school. Would it be alright if I joined you? Sure, that'd be great. Sounds like a good way to kill time at least. Yeah, your time maybe. And mine. If you have any questions, I'm all ears. In that case, can you analyze this field exercise question? Let's see what the topic is. Using a mid-sized troop to support in siege, and how to move them efficiently. Okay, then let's start the lecture. You're really getting into this, Instructor Reen. Don't try to make this into another class. I can't help it. So please bear with me. So here's the real question. Let's look at this. Let's look at this from before our main troops hit the enemy's main troops. It's a siege battle, so we need to hit the enemy from behind. You can have your support troop either deploy right behind the enemy, or have them take a long detour to hit them from afar. From those two options, which would you choose? I would choose deploy right behind the enemy. Actually, no, they're both wrong. I'd get them from behind, obviously. The longer you take, the more likely you are to get caught. Well, that is true. What do you think, Stark? Let's see. I think both answers are wrong. Damn it, I didn't even notice. It wouldn't make sense for the support troop to engage before the main troops do. Yeah. You got it. Dirty ass trick question. So I think the support troops should make their move while the main troops are engaged. And once they are, the support troop attacks from right behind the enemy. Yes, precisely. Having your support troop take a long detour is a waste of time if the main forces are already engaged. So yeah, that should be all for this question. I hope that was helpful. It was really helpful. That was a great lesson. Alright, bring on the next question. I'll get it right this time. Alright, here's another. That wasn't very much. Alright. Let's go to the hangar. Cause I gotta talk to Professor Schmidt about this junk. Are these the remains of the White Ion? I was able to get a decent sample. This sample is better than the ones from Sutherland and Crossbell, but it will still take quite some time for me to analyze it. Is that so? I mean, its abilities were intense: spatial annihilation, moving the railway cannons. It's safe to say it's the combination of the Society's Gordius class. The last I heard, its development stalled out 2 years ago, but we may need to revise our understanding. In any event, your Tachi has been repaired. Check it out to make sure it's as sharp as you remember. Okay, thank you, Professor. To be honest, I thought it was going to be the end of me. I was somehow able to endure it with that mana blade thing. It was probably some mana feedback that went through the Divine Knight, but it's not reliable. Don't expect it to happen again. Yeah, you're right. Anyway, thank you very much. Can't believe it's already this late. Huh? The sky looks kind of strange. I need to prep for the exam before I head back today. Once I'm done with everything I need to do, I'll head back to the faculty lounge. Anyway, that's it for this video. If you liked it, hit the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.